Oh yeah, the Alfa 4C. This is one of the most stunning cars on sale today. It's like a mini Ferrari, yet has a price tag to match the ubiquitous Porsche Cayman. Biggest problem for me though is deciding just which angle I like it best from. So it's pretty good from side on, but maybe better front 3/4, or how about front? Or maybe the rear. Let's look at the rear. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try rear 3/4. Actually, do you know what? I think I prefer rear 3/4, but well, who cares what I think? What do you think? Let us know in the comments box below. The 4C is built around a carbon tub, which is how Formula 1 cars are made. This makes the body very stiff, but also very light. The 4C actually only weighs around 900 kilograms, and that's pretty much a whole horse lighter than a Porsche Cayman. So that's the one side of the performance equation taken care of, the weight. The other side, of course, is power, and that's dealt with by a 1.75 litre turbocharged engine with 240 horsepower, which is actually mounted just behind me. This drives the rear wheels by a fast-shifting 6-speed paddle shift automatic gearbox, and it can propel the 4C from 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 4.5 seconds when you use the launch control. It's dead easy to engage. You put the car into dynamic mode and then hold the switch for a few seconds until it trips over into, come on, race mode. Keep your left foot on the brake, select first gear, floor the throttle, it'll hold the revs, then let go of the brake. And remember to change gear. And there you go, this thing flies. If you're not an idiot and don't cock it up like I did. The 4C isn't just about straight line speed though, it's more about the handling. What you have here is pretty much a perfectly balanced race car for the road. This particular car I'm driving here has the upgraded performance pack, and that includes some bigger wheels, you've got stickier tyres and the stiffer suspension as well, and that helps the car handle even better. But despite having that stiffer suspension, it doesn't bounce you about all over the place when you're on a bumpy road. I mean, the ride is actually perfectly acceptable for a sports car. The reason for that is this carbon tub is just so stiff, so Alfa don't have to fit rock hard suspension. So I was pleasantly surprised about that actually. Well, there you go. It appears that Alfa has built the perfect sports car, so bravo them. Now, if you'd prefer something a little bit more predictable, then you can watch our review of the Porsche Cayman by clicking down here. Or if you want something... What? What's the matter? What's wrong with you? Now it appears that I forgot to run through the Alfa's downside, so I'm going to do it now. Do I really have to?
Yes.
All right, brace yourselves, guys. Okay then, let's start with the cabin then. So the design, it's fine, and that digital display, that's pretty cool. Yet the quality of the steering wheel, the switches, and that aftermarket stereo, well, they just feel a bit cheap compared to the rest of the car. In-car storage is poor as well, even by sports car standards. So you have this little flap there where you could probably store a few credit cards. These cup holders, yeah, they get in the way of your elbow, and then you've got this kind of like wallet-like thing. Great, that's a lot, pretty much. And then this guy's very difficult to get out of, especially if someone parks close because the doors are quite wide, so yeah. You may find yourself having to scramble across in most undignified manner. So yeah, while my car looks cool, the way I get in and out of it is pretty embarrassing. Ow, I've just hurt my knee. I've hurt my knee. A little bit, hurt my knee. Then there's the boot. Well, have a look. It's not particularly big. Maybe get a soft bag in there. And you have the indignity of having to prop it up with this bar there. So Alfa didn't fit a gas strut because that would have added a little bit of extra weight. But the difference in weight between that and a gas strut is probably the same difference as if I've been to the toilet before I've driven the car or not. Pointless. And remember that performance pack upgrade? Well, it includes a sports exhaust, which sounds great at low speeds, but when you're cruising at 70 miles an hour, it just drones on and on. In fact, this is one noisy car in general. And then there's the rear visibility. So yeah, no idea what's going on behind me, and if you're trying to park, you're going to need the optional parking sensors, and they really should be standard, otherwise you've got no chance. The seats, they seem to have no padding. So yeah, I'm about as relaxed in them as I would be sat in the chairs in my dentist's surgery. The brakes have a problem with as well, so fine on a track, but on the road at slow speeds I end up kind of going along with head banging because I can't quite judge how hard I've got to press them. But perhaps the weirdest thing of all is the steering. Well, do you know what? It's almost like a Ouija board, because you'll be driving along and then all of a sudden it's as if some spirit has suddenly decided to make the car turn left. All right, it's almost like it's got a mind of its own. Now, you could probably say that this car just tramlines and follows the ruts in the road very, very badly, you know, if you don't believe in ghosts. Steering also isn't power assisted, which makes the car tiring for low speed manoeuvres. Basically, don't buy this car as a daily driver unless you're into self-flagellation. But for some people, that's not going to matter, because when you fall in love with someone, you accept them warts and all, and the 4C is such a beautiful thing that you it's love at first sight. However, if you want a more mature relationship, then you should check out our review of the Porsche Cayman by clicking down here. Or if you're really pragmatic, then our review of the Audi RS3 by clicking down here. If you click up there, you can watch our very latest video review, and please click on our logo to subscribe to our channel. And if you watch it on mobile, click the links below the video, as they do exactly the same thing. Do you know what? I've never driven a car that I've just wanted to just hug as much as this. Oh, Alfa, I kind of love you. That's a bit weird, sorry guys.